You finally built your kit, cleaned some nubs, applied weathering and decals. Now, let's put it on the shelf. Beautiful. So, are you the person who'd like to give life to your kits even without giving them an awesome paint job? Would you want your kits to look neat on dioramas? Now, this tutorial is for you. Hello to the Filipino and the global Gunpla community. Welcome back to the Mobile Suit Hangar, and today we are going to do a tutorial video. That's right, this would be my very first tutorial video. Today we'll be talking about posing your kits. We are going to pull off some poses using one of the basic Gunpla designs, the beam rifle and shield. In this video, we'll be using the HGUC Gundam Mark II AEUG. I'll teach you some standing poses, ground poses, and aerial poses. A few reminders first before posing your kits. Not all kits can do the poses that we are going to do in this video. The latest kits and revived version kits are highly recommended. Number 2, always be careful with handling the joints. Never force poses as you may break your kit. Number 3, go crazy. Be creative and let your imagination fly. Remember, Gunpla is freedom. Okay, so first we are going to do our standing poses. And to start off, we are going to do the infamous Verka pose. First, work on the arms, move them slightly away from the body. And then for the legs, you just have to slightly, like very slightly bend the knees. They should still look like they're on a standing position. And then move the legs away from each other and then slightly twist the legs into a 45-degree angle away from each other. And there you have it. That's your standard Verka pose. And of course, you can be creative with this pose. Next, we have our wide balancing pose. So, kits with universal hip joints are highly recommended. So what you have to do is just to move the hips away from each other. You could slightly bend the left knee, and you have to make sure that the feet are almost parallel to the ground so you'd have more stability. Next, we'll be pulling off some kneeling poses. These are one of my favorite ground poses for my kits. First, we will be choosing a knee that is going to be on the ground. In this case, it's going to be the right knee. And for the left knee, it's going to be the one that is elevated. So of course, when you put the kit on the surface, it would kind of look awkward. So you have to utilize the ab crunch. So the torso would look upright. And just some finishing touches with the legs. and the torso as well. And for the arms, I decided to make the Gundam Mark II look like it's about to guard itself from gunfire. So that's how I position the arms. And of course, you could also use the other knee as well. Next, we're gonna do one of the famous aerial poses, the aisle strike. Obviously, when you pull off aerial poses, you'll be needing a stand. For aerial poses, I work on the legs first. I would bend the left knee. I have to make sure that it's fully flexed, just like so. And the hips tilted slightly at a certain angle. And the right leg should be straight, slightly tilted at a certain angle. And the feet are supposed to be facing downwards because gravity, of course, would affect the angle of the feet. Next, I had to twist the shield to this position. And whenever we aim the rifle, we have to make sure that the head or the eyes of the Gunpla is in line with how we position the rifle. And now you're ready to attach the peg to the base adapter. Next, what we're gonna do is what I call the modified aisle strike pose. All you have to do is to first widen the split of the hips, and second, you just have to rotate the shield and position the arms just like so. And finally, you have to do the ab crunch. And for our last pose, we are going to use this claw type adapter for the stand. And this is what I call the landing pose. First, tilt the torso forward and then raise the arms like so. And that way, the arms would look like they are going against the wind while the Gunpla is landing on the surface. Next, choose a knee that you are going to bend. Make sure to fully bend the knee to its full flexion and make sure that the feet are facing downwards so that the feet would create an effect that the Gunpla is about to land on the surface. And there we go. And that is it for this tutorial. I hope you were able to enjoy posing your kits with me during this video. If you like this tutorial, I'd definitely do another Gunpla posing tutorial for the HG kits with melee weapons, so you'd have to stay tuned for that. Once again, this is the Mobile Suit Hangar, and thank you so much guys for your support as always. See you in the next videos. Bye!